Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with RomWills. You owe it to yourself to be successful. I'm gonna tell you what, there's a lot of talk about success out here, and some people will be successful because maybe their parents want them to be, or maybe society says they're supposed to be successful. I'm gonna tell you what, whatever endeavor that you choose, you owe it to yourself to be successful. See, everybody has something within them. Everybody has a talent within them. Every single person, there are no exceptions. You have a talent, it's just a matter of finding that talent. I've talked about that numerous times. But you will feel better when you are successful at that particular talent, whatever it is. I remember just writing how I felt when I would write something and then publish it or create it, whatever the case, whatever term you want to use. I felt good. I was meant to write. Even doing these videos, which ironically isn't my main thing. It really isn't. My main thing is still writing. But even just doing this or doing anything, I feel good when I'm successful at it. I feel good when I publish something. And indeed, many of you, whatever the case, it could be being a farmer. Hey, shoot, we need farmers. We need farmers, somebody growing some food. In fact, I had a garden one time. And I did a lot of stuff. Had a garden one time, and I felt good just growing. It was some cucumbers and some watermelons. I felt good being able to grow that. I felt good. And it's like, I don't care, whatever it is, whatever that you want to be good at, whatever you feel driven towards, you owe it to yourself. It's not even about trying to please other people. It ain't even about that. Because I'm going to tell you something now. I'll use an example of writing. Everybody doesn't like the stuff I've written. Even doing these videos, everybody doesn't like the videos I've done. But I feel good doing them. I feel good. I look myself in the mirror and pop my collar. I'm going to tell you what, you feel good. Because one of the things I've found in life, observing people in my decades of life, is that when they're not doing the things that they want to do, that they have a dream about doing, they feel bad. In fact, I would say, now this is not a professional opinion. That's why many people get depressed. They're not doing what they feel is good. That's why many people get sick. Indeed, that's more of a mental thing. That's why many people get stressed out. Many people are working on jobs, no matter how much money they're making, that is really not them. They would rather be doing something else. That's a whole lot of people. And like I said, no matter how much money they're making, they're not feeling good. Indeed, I remember a doctor said that to me one time, that many people are getting sick because of stress. Everything is coming because of stress. You owe it to yourself not to have that stress. You owe it to yourself to bring your talents, the things that you were blessed with, to the forefront. Whatever your dream is, and it could be anything. And you're not trying to please society. Society might not be good with your dream, but you're good with your dream. You might have a dream of studying the mating habits of ants. And some people might say, well, no, that's crazy. How are you going to make money with that? Yeah, but if somebody has an ant infestation, they might want to know that. Or I remember seeing something, just using the example of ants, where somebody actually studied how an anthill was created. And that was like a major city. That was a major city. Whatever they're studying, you could be studying the mating habits of certain animals, how they're going to behave. We always need that. I don't care what it is. It could be just being a good painter. I'm going to use that for an example. Let's just be real. A lot of people, they can't paint. They can't paint. Trust me. My grandmother, when she was alive, used to have me helping out painting some of the houses that she owned. And that's because she would get some people and they would do lousy jobs. Hey, but they weren't doing it. You need to first figure out what it is you really want to do. Not to make money. Not to make money. You can make money, but figure out what it is you want to do. Indeed, you might have a regular job and be doing what you want to do on the side. In fact, I would call that whatever you're doing to make money, your day job. Right now, I have jazz playing in the background. We need jazz musicians. We need musicians. We need artists. I have some art by my sons up on a mantle. We need every single thing. If you're blessed with something, you want to be successful at it. You want to be able to do it. And you're doing it for yourself. You do it. Let's just be real. You're not doing it for everybody else. You're not even doing it for money. You're doing it so you feel the best that you can. Because, as I said, you got people out here, in my view, people are suffering depression because they're not really doing what they really want to do. And I've seen people, known people who were very successful at doing a particular job. And they were very good at it, but it wasn't what they really wanted to do. They really wanted to get into something else. Indeed, I remember there was a young lady I knew who was living with a guy. And she was mad with him because he didn't want to move forward in a particular profession. But he was doing what he wanted to do. He was working with some children. This is what he wanted to do. He didn't want to do that other thing. Needless to say, they didn't make it. But he was still doing what he wanted to do. See, if you want to be happy in life, if you want to feel fulfilled, you have to bring the talent that's within you to the forefront. You have to be successful at that. Not just bring it to the forefront, but be successful at it. Because then you'll feel good about yourself. You will feel good. And I mean, I've seen people. I just thought about a young man who was a poet. He was a poet. And he had given up a very good job just to do his poetry. And that's all he was doing. He was doing his poetry, he was selling his books, and he was very calm at this. But this is what he was happy at. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It only matters what you think, what you want to do. You need to look at the person in the mirror and say, hey, I'm doing what I love to do. Not what I love, not what somebody else loves to do. Not what someone like even me. Like I've had people who will say, well, what can I do? I was like, I don't know, what are you good at? And they'll say it, I was like, okay, you do that, don't worry about me. I can't tell you what you can do, all right? And then you owe it to yourself not only to do it, but to be successful at it, to master it. I remember seeing a video clip of, it was a sushi maker in Japan. He had mastered it. He had mastered it to the extent, I mean, he would make people sushi, including former President Obama, sushi in Japan. And he would train people. They would have to master it. But that was his thing. And he became very successful at it. That's the thing. Whatever it is, you owe it to yourself to be successful at whatever your talent is, whatever your gift is. I want you to think about that. Then I want you to go ahead and do it. So that's all I have for today. Keep rising to become the best version of the person that you are meant to be. Peace and blessings, everyone.